and just be like, hey, we've been open for a while. Come shop with us. Let us be your new favorite comic stop. Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Beautifully Nerding. I'm your host, Auntie Bri, and today we are getting back to the grassroots of it all, okay? I've been so deep in my own Threads rabbit hole that I am now finding extra content. Like, the algorithm is algorithming, and so it knows exactly what I need. And my algorithm introduced me to a user by the name of Cheyenne the Geek. And Cheyenne has created a new show on YouTube. Now, on her threads, she says that it is about a struggling Black-owned Los Angeles comic store made 100% independently with a lot of heart. And she says they're bringing back the days of like your awkward Black girl and like other like indie YouTube creators who did like their whole, like, it's a whole show with cast and like all those good things, but just on YouTube. She's already said that the entire series is going to be on YouTube. Like, she's not necessarily trying to make this a big show right now. Like, the whole thing is to, service the people, to let folks know what her craft is and what she can do, and then go from there. It's one of those things of like, if you let people see the greatness, they will see the greatness and they'll give you more opportunities to continue to be great. And isn't that great? This week, we are going to watch Comic Shop. And I'm actually really excited because it gives like your workplace dramedy, kind of in the vein of like your The Offices or your Abbott Elementaries, things like that. Your Parks and Rec as well. I love me some Abbott Elementary, okay? It took me a second to fully buy in because Janine's character in the beginning, Janine was a lot. I kept going. I stuck with it. And now I am seated. That's one of like 3 shows that I tried to catch live because me and Hulu go together real bad. But Abbott is one of those shows that I definitely would like to see as it comes on TV. I'm hoping that the Comic Shop can be my appointment viewing for YouTube because I loved Awkward Black Girl when it was in its moment. I loved Insecure and what, came from Awkward Black Girl. I'm excited to see what Cheyenne and the crew are going to do with the Comic Shop. So as of recording, there's only 1 episode out now and it's just the pilot, but we are following the crew on a little bit of an adventure as they try to get the rest of their rent. So they decided to have a free comic book day and they brought in a comic book writer to have a signing. People, bought her comic book as well. So I was a little confused on what exactly the free comic book was. That part I didn't quite get. I'm assuming they had to buy the comic book from the artist and she was just like signing them. So were they getting an additional comic for free? Did they get to pick the comic? I go to a lot of cons and like I have worked the table where you go and get like celebrities to sign your stuff and nothing there is free. So that is a little bit of a plot hole, or it could just be that I missed it completely. I am one for kind of missing details sometimes, but within the episode, we are introduced to each of our characters. We get like a little bit of a glimpse into their different personality types. So we have Stephanie, who is one of the owners of the comic shop. She is kind of like riddled with anxiety, trying to manage corralling all of these people. We have Keith, who is co-owner as well. He's kind of the, cool comic relief best friend who is probably, super all in the know. He's the reason they're actually able to have the comic book author come in to the shop and have this signing. We have Dom, who is the very eccentric, over the top, very airheady, very just like bubbly. I'm trying to find more nice adjectives. The person herself seems cool, but this trope as a whole is my absolute least favorite character trope. I have so little patience for slapsticky characters. I'm hoping I can power through because the rest of the cast is cool, but like the over the top dramatics are going to get old for me very quickly. So I'm hoping that, it all kind of balances it out. And then lastly, we have Connor, who is, the ally of the group. He also feels the microaggressions that come to the rest of our crew, but he's also there so that we can get some extra laughs, some, sideways eyes at the glances, some, if I would have done that type of things. So yes, they are having their free comic book day. They're, essentially it's just an event to get more foot traffic into the store, drive up sales, let people know that the store is even there, and just be like, hey, we've been open for a while, come shop with us. Let us be your new favorite comic stop. While they're kind of getting everything together, the landlord comes and he's like, hey, where's my money? So they're able to get him away. They're like rallying and encouraging each other to get ready. Keith gets a text that the author, Monica, is going to be late and she's not sure how long she's going to take. So Stephanie is like, okay, we'll just pivot. Dom looks just like Monica, so we could just put Dom in a wig. Since Dom does not sound nor act like Monica, they're just going to have her not say anything out loud and have her sit there quietly, and Stephanie will answer for her. It goes about as well as you would expect it to, which is not at all. And like the people are trying to ask her questions, and like Stephanie's cutting all the questions short.
Questions. Pink hair.
Hi, big fan. How did you come up with such a beautiful story like Jupiter's in Heaven?
Monica says that this is a story that's very near and dear to her heart and that she's just happy it's out into the world. Next question.
During this Q&A, when people are starting to get a little fed up and they're like, what's going on? Like, you've been talking a lot. We want to hear Monica talk. In the door, Monica runs in. She's like, hey, sorry I'm late. I'm here. And everybody's like, well, if this is Monica at the door, who is this lady sitting here? Stephanie is able to save it, which honestly was very surprising because in TV shows, no one believes the like secondary lie of like, oh, this is why this extra person was here. But they're like, oh, it was just a cosplayer. Ha ha ha. And they continue with the signing with the real Monica. Everything goes well. And the comic shop is able to make rent. So we get at least another month of shenanigans in the comic store. Cause it'd have been real sad if like they just didn't make rent on the very first episode. Like we ain't even got an episode title yet. And like you can't get evicted before we even get an episode title.
Hi friends, I noticed that the main part of the video was kind of short, so I went ahead and watched the next 2 episodes of the comic shop that came out. It was Mommy Issues and Comic Book Thief. And I will say that like while the pilot is very like high energy and everyone is over the top the entire time, the next 2 episodes definitely are a little bit calmer, kind of showcases everyone's like range and different emotions. That definitely gave me a lot of hope because I'm starting to like Dom a little bit more, because first episode I was just like but the next 2 episodes that come out kind of shows everyone in a little bit different of a way so that you can kind of grasp them in different emotions. There are still some over the top moments, like for example in the thief episode, Connor gets really into like being the detective of the episode and his whole character is over the top the entire time. But you do kind of get to see some like budding romances here and there. You get to see a little bit like expansion of some of the things we started to see early on, like the relationship between Stephanie and her ex-girlfriend, getting to see people's like dating lives, who they're interested in, the kind of highs and lows of owning your own business. So it's definitely an interesting watch. I definitely recommend, if you have heard about it, you were kind of on the fence, like give it a couple of episodes, see how you feel. Like the episodes are like no more than 15 minutes each. And if this is your first time hearing about it, please go ahead and watch. Support a small yet growing collective that is Awkward Virgo TV. And yeah, we'll get back to the end of the video. But yeah, so that is Comic Shop. Oh, excuse me, The Comic Shop. It is on Awkward Virgo TV. I will include the link in the description below, and I think it's gonna be fun. The characters are all very over the top in their own ways. I think it just kind of adds to the energy and the excitement that the actors have for these roles, and I think it'll be interesting to see
how the rest of the show continues on, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share with all of your friends. And until next time, bye.